What's up, busy people? Hope you guys are all doing great. Hope your day is going smoothly. We're still doing our video tutorials, and in this video, we are going to be focusing on probably the most important part of your Google Sheet CRM, and that's your incoming data section right here. So if you look at the tabs at the bottom, you should see one that is named incoming data. If you click on it, you should see a sheet that looks pretty much just like this. Okay, so you can look at your incoming data section as the information warehouse of your CRM. This is where any new lead that is coming to your CRM will come to. All right, so if you want to enter new data into your CRM, please do not come to the dashboard and try to enter the new data here. Okay, for example, if you have some new appointments that you want to add, please don't come to the dashboard here and try to enter it in here. It's not gonna work. All right, this is the dashboard section. It's being information here is displayed using Google Sheet formulas. Okay, so don't come to the dashboard and try to enter data here. Don't try to enter sales agent data here. Don't do that. Don't try to enter data over here. Don't do it. It's not gonna work well. Okay, that's not how I programmed it to work. Okay, so the best place, the right place to enter data is in the incoming data section right here. Okay, so there are two ways you can enter data in the incoming data section. Okay, you can connect your CRM to a software outside of the sheet. Let's say you connect it to a chatbot, or you connect it to maybe an email campaign provider, maybe Calendly, maybe you use Zapier to connect it to other stuff. That's fine. All right, so anytime the software gather data, the data will be populated here automatically. All right, the other way you can populate or add data to the incoming data section is to do it manually. All right, so let's say we met Derek at the cafe, right? And we had a chat with Derek. Derek found out what we do. Derek wants, or he needs a AI chatbot for his business. So he said, you know what, I'm gonna give you my business card, and I'm available tomorrow, maybe like around 12 p.m. and we want to do a Zoom call with Derek, right? So we come in here and then we want to enter Derek's data in manually, right? So we want to pick the date of the entry. We want to click right here. Today is the 17th. We enter that in here. All right, and then we want to put Derek's first name in here. So I'm going to go ahead and put Derek, and then let's make up a last name. Let's say his last name is Owen. Okay, and let's say we checked his business card and we found out that Derek owns a roofing company. So we're going to put something like Derek Roofing. Derek Roofing LLC, something like that, right? So that's Derek's company name. And let's say Derek is worth maybe about 4,000. All right, so based on our conversations with Derek, we think he's worth 4,000. So I just put it under the lead value. You don't have to put anything there, but I just filled it out anyway. So let's say over here Derek needs an AI bot, so we put that in there. And Derek said he's available tomorrow. So tomorrow is the 18th. Check that there. I think he said he's available at 12 p.m. All right. Let me format it this way. 12 p.m. Okay. And let's say we looked on Derek's business card. We found out that Derek is located at 500 Riverside Avenue, and let's say Derek's business is in Seattle. Okay, so we put the city name Seattle. Is that how you spell Seattle? I think it's a 2T, right? Yes, 2T Seattle. All right, and then let's pick the city, or let's pick the state. All right, so Seattle is in Washington. All right, and then let's put Derek's. Don't worry about the zip code for now. Let's make up a phone number for Derek. Let's say 206 826 1700, something like that. Whoops, that's too many numbers, right? We're just making up stuff, right, as we go. Okay, so what is Seattle's zip code? Zip code for Seattle. Seattle 981-101. 981-101. All right, and then let's make up a email for Derek Owen Gmail. All right, guys, we're just making up stuff, all right, just to populate the sheet. All right, and let's say we assigned Angela to Derek to, or we can assign ourselves, right? You want to. Okay, and let's say should we add a sales amount? Well, we haven't yet closed out, right? So we want to talk to Derek first, and then once he makes the payment, we're gonna fill this part out. Okay, we could leave this part here open. The lead ID number is usually generated if you have a chatbot sending the lead over. Okay, so we can leave that open. This one will say it's a raw lead. For lead source, we could say maybe word of mouth, and then service is chatbot, and then maybe a note will say Derek needs AI chatbot. All right, so now we have manually populated our sheet. All right, so let's see what's happening on the dashboard. We know Derek has an appointment tomorrow at 12 p.m. So if I come to my dashboard, you can see that Derek is showing up here. Since his appointment is the closest, he floats to the top. All right, the other ones are later, so they can be at the bottom here. And then over here, you see Derek is showing up here as well. Okay, so this is why I said, guys, please don't come here and try to add data. Okay, always add data right inside here. Okay, all right, very important. Okay, and anytime you want to change or edit data, please come in here and do that over here as well. Okay, so there's another important thing about the incoming data section that I want you to pay attention to, and that thing is that I designed this part right here to behave like a ledger. Okay, so what do I mean by a ledger? Okay, so you want to be entering data in here just as you would do with like an accounting ledger. So a ledger simply means you are recording activities, all right, and this time we're going to be focusing more on sales, right? So we're going to be focusing any sales activity that occurs, whether the person has purchased from us in the past or not. We want to enter that activity in a new role. Okay, and later on you'll see why I did it that way. And if we do it this way, we'll be able to filter past sales activities, and the CRM will pull all those activities out that is related to a specific lead. Okay, so follow along with me. Whenever you have a lead that has purchased from you in the past, right? So let's say Doreen purchased a service from us in the past. We can see Doreen here. Last month, she purchased a service from us, and then this month Doreen contacts us. Last month she got an AI chatbot, right? Let's see right here. So she got a chatbot from us last month. This month, Doreen contacts us and say to us, "Hey guys, I need I need a website, right?" So we say, "All right, we can help you." So Doreen agrees to pay us, let's say $2,000 to build her a website, right? So we see that this is a transaction, a sales activity. So we already know Doreen is listed here. So this is how I highly recommend that you list it. All right. So you come down here and put Doreen's name in here. Okay, you can see that it already populated her name. You can hit enter. Okay, and then let's say we can put Doreen's last name. All right, it already populates. Hit enter. Okay, we already have Doreen's company name, lead value. We already have all of this. Since Doreen did not book an appointment, we don't need to fill this part out. Not necessary. Okay, what Doreen did was she bought something from us. We don't need to put the address anymore. No need for city, state, no need for all of this. No need for that. We already have that. Okay. Let's say I assign myself to this new sales, and then let's say Doreen paid us $2,000 right there. I put that in there, and then I put the date of the sale. Let's say it happened today. Okay. For commission, maybe we could just leave that empty. Lead ID number empty, not necessary. All right, and let's say the lead stage, let me say, let's convert, let's say it's converted 1. All right, lead source, we already know Doreen was from Facebook. I would go ahead and add Facebook. That way Facebook, it will be recorded that Facebook has generated as another sales. All right. Service needed, let's say she needs a website. All right, and then maybe we'll say Doreen purchased website deal from us. Okay, so you see what I did right here, right? We already have Doreen up here, but because Doreen purchased from us again, I entered her name, all right, and then skipped all these other cells right here because they're not necessary, and went straight to the I assigned myself as a sales rep, put in the amount she purchased, put in the date of purchase, and entered also a few other information right here. Okay, so in doing this, we now have a historical record of what the transactions we've done with Doreen. All right, so this is what I mean by ledger, right? So check this out. Whenever we want to pull up sales for the month of let's say Doreen's last sale, or Doreen's first sale happened right here in January 2024, right? And then she bought another one. But let's just say her first sale was in December, right? Let's say her first sale was in December, something like this. This is just for demo purposes, so just follow along with me. So let's say her first sale was in December last year. She purchased a new deal from us. All right, if I go into sales section, all right, and I want to find out sales from, let's say, last month and this month, check what happened. You'll notice that Doreen's sales activity shows up right here. Okay, I can see that her first sale was 5,500, and then she just bought, another one. Her first sale, we just made it look like she bought it, the month before, and then this is the other one, right? So you see how we're able to view the activities that we've done, sales activities for Doreen right here. Okay, let's just say that we had to give Doreen a refund for maybe $500, right? So you can come in here. Okay, we're doing that ledger approach, right? We're entering the data in the ledger format. We know we already have Doreen's name, but this is sales related. Doreen, we have to give her a refund, right? So we entered her name in here, and then we scroll right over here, okay, and then we enter refund of 500. So I put minus 500. Okay, enter the date of the refund, which was today. All right, and then over here, I guess we can leave this part here the way it is. We don't have to enter anything. And then maybe for notes, we can say refund for Doreen. All right. Okay, so whenever we have to do a sales analysis, watch what happens. Okay, so you can see that all of Doreen's activities are showing right here. You see why the ledger entry is a smart way. If you do it that way, you'll be able to pull up historical transactions for that specific lead. Okay, so you can see right over here from last month activity, we noticed, we can see that here. Okay, the sales she just did with us, the refund is also showing. Everything is all grouped together under Doreen's name. So it's sort of like a ledger entry that is displayed over here for us to see. Okay, so guys, this is why I really recommend that you do it that way. Whenever a new lead comes, since let's say a new lead comes through the chatbot, right? The chatbot would notice that this row is already, there's some activity going on here, right? So it will skip all the rows that have data and will go to the next row and will populate the next data over here. Okay, so the journal entry is a smart way to enter data. That way you can pull historical information for a specific lead. All right, now some of you might be asking yourself, but if I need to change Doreen's last name, let's just say that Doreen wants to, let's just say you want to make a change to the last name, okay, and let's say you spelled it wrong. Let's say Doreen's name is spelled with an E at the end. All right, now let's assume that you have Doreen entered in about what, 5 times, and you can't seem to find every row where Doreen is showing up. Don't worry about it. Okay, there is an easy way to update Doreen's information globally through the CRM, okay, without going to the dashboard to change the name and going to the the sales page to change the name. You don't have to do all of that. All right, so let's say we want to add an E to Doreen's last name. Okay, so to do that, all you have to do is to come up here where it says edit, and once you click edit, click on find and replace. Okay, so we want to find Doreen's last name. Doreen's last name is Champagne. Okay, so Champagne. So we want to find Champagne and we want to replace it with the new name that we want. So Champagne, remember we said we want to add an E to the end of Doreen's name. Okay, so the next one is saying the next one will prompt you, asking you, where should I look for Doreen's name and replace? So we want it to be all sheets. Okay, and then we want it to be match case. You want to check the box that says match case, and then you can leave the entire one the way it is. All right, so we want to hit replace all, So it says replace in all sheets. This will replace the values of all sheets. Are you sure? Hit OK. And then immediately you can see right here that E is added to everywhere that champagne shows up. Okay, so hit done and you're done. Okay, so if you come over here, you can see the E is added. If you look over here, you can see the E is added. All right, so you don't need to go through. Let me see if Doreen is up here as well. You can see over here also the E is added. Okay, so you don't need to go through every single sheet to change a name. Just go to edit, find and replace, enter the current one, and then enter the new one you want. Search, it says here leave it at all sheets, match case, click replace all, and then once you're done, you're all done. Okay, so this is a great solution in case you're thinking, man, I don't want to have to edit names all over the place. You don't have to do that. All right, so I hope that was helpful. Okay, and the last thing I wanted to add is that if you need to customize this section, if you need to add new columns, I highly recommend that you add them to the right side, okay, of the sheet. All right, don't try to enter it in between here or at the beginning of the sheet. Doing so can mess up the formulas. So if you really need to do some major customization and you're not good with how Google Sheet formula works, I highly recommend you reach out to me. Some of you are already familiar with Google Sheet formulas and you know what to do. Okay, so if you know what you're doing, you can go ahead and edit it. All right, but if you need to add some new columns, I recommend you do so by adding them on the right side over here. Okay, at the very end where there is no data, you can add some new columns here. All right, if at any time if you feel you broke something and the page is not working right, reach out to me and I will try to do some troubleshooting to help restore the sheet to a specific date or time. Actually, I'm going to do a video to show you how to do that. Thank you for following through. Thank you for watching this next video, and we'll see you in the next video. All right.